So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, the IITian Coder. So as there has been a lot of delay in this video, but I will be continuing with my MongoDB Realm course, and earlier we had known how to insert data, so I will quickly recap that on how to insert data, and then I will show you how we can also find the data. So let's first get on the UI part. So let's change this to linear layout. So this is a linear layout, and the orientation should be vertical. Now in this linear layout, let's add a text box with match parent, height is wrap content, and text, let's change this to edit text actually, and remove this text, remove these constraints. Hint would be enter the data, and let's keep a text size of, let's say, 20 dp, or let's say 40 dp. Let's add a button, match parent, wrap content, or let's make this also wrap content. And now after this let's do, let's id is add data. Now you can use any naming convention, this is just for test purposes. The button text would be add data, and text size would be 20 dp, and it should be center, so gravity, and gravity center horizontal, and margin, let's say 20 dp. This center horizontal didn't work actually, let's make this center, and margin is 20 dp, margin is 40 dp. So I'm not like laying any emphasis on the designing part here, you can choose anything you want, so it's just that I'm showing you what can be done. This is just for show. The main part is the code and the functioning. So let's add an id here too. Id is data, and now let's just add another text view. So not a toggle button, a text view with match parent, wrap content, id is find data, text size is 40 dp, layout gravity center, margin 40 dp, and that's all I guess. Let's add a text to text, your data will be displayed here. Okay, so let's change it to 30 so that it comes in one line. It did. Okay, fine. So let's try running the app. The Gradle build is running. So okay, till the app is running, I will show you quickly, so show you a summary. So this is the app ID, which is very important, and it will help to build this. All of this I have shown in my previous videos on how to insert data in the database in MongoDB Realm. So if you don't understand any of these things, just go there and have a look at them. Now we have login. Okay, so the result is a success. So now what we will do is user equals app dot current user. So this gives us the current user. Now we will follow the first, we will insert data sum. So mongo client, mongo client, mongo collection, mongo collection. Let's initialize the mongo client equals user dot get mongo client, and a service name is Atlas. So we will see, I will show you a quick recap of what we have done earlier. So this was the earlier code we had used. So as you can see, it is MongoDBAtlas, and we had used earlier course data or test data. Okay, the database name was course data and the collection name was test data. So I will just copy it from here and paste it. So Mongo database, Mongo database. Okay, and this we will import the bson document. Yeah, so the MongoDB usually takes in the bson document, that's all. So now we have this course data test data. So I will show you here. This was a course data database, and that was a test data collection that we had done earlier to insert data. So now we will be doing one more thing. So now what we will do is, let's first initialize the edit text button, uh, sorry, button text view, and let's initialize them here. So our edit text would be find view by id r.id dot, not find data, it was data. I have this tendency to forget the IDs I created randomly. r.id dot add data, and the text view was find view by id r.id dot find data. So this is all. Now that we have all this, let's do one thing. Let's take the string data, and this so instead of all this, like, let's initialize all this here, and like just initialize right at, okay, wait, let's initialize it here only. Just make the user use. Now it's filled, and just write here a toast message, toast dot make test, get application context, login successful. By this way we will know that we have been logged in. So now we will add a on click listener to the button to, okay, let's do one thing. This button is for add data, right? So let's add another button, and this would be find data button. Okay, so So just we will add two on-click listeners. One on-click listener would be button.onClick listener, set on-click listener, new on-click listener. So what we will do here is we will basically add the data in our database. So what we will be doing is Mongo collection. Okay, that Mongo collection should be initialized as a full thing. So just initialize it as a global variable so that you can access it from anywhere. Yeah, so it is a Mongo collection dot insert one, and let's insert a document here. Now what is this document? Document bson document equals new document. So by this we create a new document and we will append to it key data comma find is working, and we will append a unique ID to it. So dot append my ID comma let's say it is 1234 for now. Okay, so this is a document. So document dot get async result tab this if result dot is success log dot v not log dot v toast dot make text and get application context inserted toast dot length long dot show, and otherwise else just copy this line and error. So this is a simple code for inserting this. Now let's just add a one click listener on button 1. Okay, so let's do one thing now. We will so now we need to find the thing, right? So for finding the thing you need two things. One is a query filter. Now what is a query filter? So I will show you. It is basically a bson document query filter which will search all the documents which are alike it. So new document. So I will append to this a my ID of, let's say, 1 2 3 4. Okay, this can be an integer object, anything. So now we will make a find task. So rel result task document uh, document find task. So wait, let me explain it to you how this works. So we missed a small thing. Before doing any of this, we just need to initialize a realm client. So basically we will do realm dot init and get application context. I guess this should solve our issue. Let's check. So usually Gradle building takes a little amount of time, and if your PC is like not very fast, it will take a larger amount of time. Okay, so now let's check if our add data is working. So testing data. Let's add it. So it is adding the data. It can be a little slow sometimes, but we need to be prepared. So the toast message didn't come, so I guess we are somewhere stuck in it. Let's check our code, but the toast message didn't come. So let's check reset. data. Okay, so our data has not been added. So let's fix the issue. I guess that, sorry. So this was the earlier code we were following, right? And we did the same thing and it was pretty much working. And now it is not working. Okay, so let's debug this. Mm, See, so we have logged in successfully and course data, test data are correct, right? Course data and test data are correct. I can do this debugging like pausing the video, but I'm doing this on video so that you guys don't have any error as such and you get to know how the things are working. Add data. Okay, I guess we made this mistake that we didn't give this app the selected permissions that we had earlier given, like the internet and those things. Let's go to this manifest file and yeah, where's the internet permission? Okay, we didn't have any internet permission. Button dot sit on click listener. Let's log the result actually. Log dot b adding comma adding. And if you guys think that this debugging is not like what you want on the video, then just leave them in the comment section and I will do the debugging next time on my own. It happens when you create new projects, the debugging takes time because MongoDB is like sometimes give unprecedented issues. Okay, let's okay. So let's check the debug log and the login is successful. Now let's enter the data. Testing data. Now let's add the data. So adding and the result failed. So let's instead of this plus result dot get error. By this method I am explaining you how to get the error also. So basically you can just do this result dot get error dot toString and it will tell you the error that you are getting. So testing again. Most of the YouTubers who make videos don't debug with you, and that is the reason that you miss out on some details. So service unknown, insert is not permitted. Okay, so let's go to the rules and check once if inserting a data is permitted or not. So realm Okay, realm rules. So here you need to configure rules. So read write are on for everyone. Rule to insert delete. Wait. Mm, if we are the owner, then we can do anything, right? So user ID is percentage user dot ID. So let's do one thing. Let's keep this role empty and give him all the permissions and save it. So now anyone can basically do anything with our database, even if you're not the user. And deploy. So in this way you also learn to how to debug and insert data in MongoDB database. Now this is taking time in deploying changes. Let's try again. What this? Yeah, this data, and we have successfully added our data. So let's go to the Atlas base. Collections, and why this site is taking too long for now. Okay, till then I will explain you how to find it. So this is the query filter. Okay, so Mongo collection, we will do this. Remove this find task for now. There is another way, but let me explain this to you. Mongo collection dot find one, so it will find one document in that collection which matches this query filter, and if result dot success, then log dot v data and found. Otherwise, let's log this not found plus result dot get error dot toString. Okay, so let's run this app. Yeah, so let's see here where we have this my id thing. Yeah, so this find is working and my id. So now what we will do is, let's find the data and see, this gives result. That means this has found successfully the data. So what we will do is, now we need to access the data from this result, right? So I will explain this to you. So now what we will do is document result data will be equal to result dot get. So this is the result data, right? So now what we will do is text view dot set text result data dot get string. So get string will get the particular string from that document, and get string key is data. So see, as you can see here, we had this dot append data, and so a text view should declare find is working for us, right? It should show here that find is working. It's very easy. You just need to do mongo collection.find1. So find data and see, find is working. And yes, we have successfully returned whatever we wanted. And this is the end of the video for finding one document. If you want to find multiple documents, I will be showing that to you in my later videos. Please stay tuned and please do subscribe.